Hello and welcome back to the Avoid the Tyre podcast. Today we are going to be talking about silly season contracts and having a catch up about F1. So, contract talk. Checo's just signed.
Yeah. Are you shocked about that or not?
Nah, I thought he was doing it already.
Like he's a good driver, but I know Helmut was saying that he didn't want him to be there. He could because he was kind of struggling, and that there could be other drivers that could benefit Max more. But I feel like Checo definitely deserves a seat. He's doing much better than other drivers, like from Alex and Pierre and all that, and is helping Max more.
Who would have confirmed the McLaren boys, the Red Bull boys? Got to try and read now. And then he fell off the chair. Lewis Hamilton, Seb.
Yeah. Has Stroll or not?
No, I don't think Stroll is guaranteed, but he's like basically guaranteed.
I don't think there's not that much. I don't think.
No.
Because the Williams, Alfa Romeo isn't. Don't know about AlphaTauri.
I don't think either of their seats are confirmed.
That's an Ocon, yeah.
Yeah. And give Oscar Piastri the seat. Oscar Piastri deserves the seat.
Fair enough, he does well for the team and all that, but then sometimes you just need new people and just allow people to have that opportunity.
The Alpine Academy drivers, you got Christian Lundgaard, Guan Yu Zhou, Oscar Piastri, and a couple in F3. They are literally just sitting and waiting because they do not like Red Bull juniors. Look at Yuki and Pierre, both in the AlphaTauri, because they're basically the Red Bull second. Well, they are the Red Bull second team. So, Alpine need to do something because, fam, why are they just got?
It's unfair for them, innit? They're just sitting there. They don't know if they're going to get the opportunity to move up, to move to F1, because Fernando's got a place. Is it worth being in an academy, and it's because you're not promised to be in F1? Fair enough, you get the experience, so you can get simulators and you get the team to help, but is it really worth it?
I would want, if I could choose for to be in any academy, I'd choose Ferrari because they do stuff for their drivers. Callum Ilott gone to Le Mans. They've helped Mick Schumacher to get to where he is.
Yeah.
And look at the Leclercs. If they didn't have the FDA, then they wouldn't have been able to, would they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, none of them's been assigned. Well, they're thinking it's just going to be Mick and Nikita again, but
Gunther Steiner is terrifying. That's got to be said. Is Kimi going to re-sign? I don't think he will.
No. I feel like he very way, to be honest. He's there for the money. What he said in that Netflix interview thing, he's like, I don't care. He's not really bothered. So
it's a hobby.
Yeah.
I know that Kimi's very controversial with some of the stuff he does, but he's an iconic driver.
Yeah, definitely. And if he does go, it will be sad for him to go because he's a funny guy.
Oh, I love watching clips of him being funny.
Or over the radio as well. What he says over the radio.
It's bonkers, man. I like Antonio Giovinazzi, but I think
not really doing it.
Yeah, basically. He could
fair enough. It's not a good team as well. They're not really performing, but you just don't hear about them.
But I think Latifi will stay with Williams because the geezer, the bloke that runs it, I can't remember what he's called, Just Capito maybe, but he said basically, like, gave a giant hint that they're going to re-sign.
Latifi.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you.
Who do you think's going to be if George does go to Mercedes? Hypothetically, who do you think of a teammate to Latifi if he does?
I've seen people say Nick de Vries. That's quite a good option, but he's just won the Formula E title, so would he go to F1? Maybe they'll get an academy driver from like a different team.
Yeah,
because they just dropped Tickton, haven't they?
Yeah.
Maybe, not that I'm like really partial towards Oscar Piastri, but maybe Oscar Piastri.
Do you think it could be possible if Bottas goes back to Williams or not?
That's quite a bold move. But
yeah, because he
kind of
goes to Mercedes, and if he goes back to Williams,
switcheroo.
That would be like a massive step back for him, though. It's kind of embarrassing as well. That would be. I feel bad for him as well. Like, he's not a bad driver. He's just not performing at Lewis's level.
He deserves justice.
But then there's always going to be a second. Yeah. Like, he wins and all that. He does stuff for the team, but it's always going to be Lewis, and then second driver.
Who's the best driver?
I don't know.
Pierre. Pierre dresses really nicely.
Yeah.
Like that blue jumper.
Yeah. He dresses like smart, doesn't he?
I feel like Yuki is like Pierre's like irritating little cousin. He's just. I mean, I kind of like Yuki because he just adds a breath of fresh air because he's literally a little kid. But sometimes he just is a bit.
Talking with Yuki, do you think he's going to stay in F1 or not?
I think so. I think, but looking at the Red Bull Juniors, I think Dennis Hauger wins championship for F3 this year, goes to F2. Maybe like in F2 for a couple of seasons, then goes AlphaTauri after Pierre has gone to like, I don't know, Alpine with Esteban.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not friends. I heard that somewhere and I was like, I was shocked. Is Danny Rick going to improve though? That's what we need to know.
I don't know. Maybe if. Well, I thought like over the break he might improve, but he's not. Maybe next year, because it's a completely different car and everyone has to adapt, he might be really good at it. But I guess we have to wait and see, because we might see that Red Bull and Mercedes might not be the dominating team. It might be freaking Williams.
That would be wow.
I want him to be good, because he has the potential and been shown in Red Bull and all that.
I think that for Merc next year it's going to be Ham and Russ.
Yeah.
AlphaTauri, Pierre and Yuki. Again. Alfa Romeo, Giovinazzi and question mark.
What about Bottas? Do you think Bottas?
Well,
it's just a weird team for him. It's a weird team for him to go to, because Alfa Romeo is to do like Ferrari, isn't it?
What if one of the FDA F2 drivers go up to Alfa Romeo, like Robert Schwartzman or Marcus Armstrong or Callum Ilott?
They're both three of them are really good drivers, and I feel like they should go. And maybe Giovinazzi, bye.
Yeah, maybe he can go to endurance or something.
Yeah, to go. Yeah, something different, and whatever F1 drive, when they do leave, they're better in other things, you know? I feel like matured though, going through all the like, because he jokes about the spinning comments and all that. I feel like he has matured, but I feel like loads of people dislike him, and it's not good for Haas as a team, you know?
Yeah.
But he has
the issues that Gene, Haas and Gunther went through trying to get sponsorship. Just thinking that Drive to Survive scene. Honestly, Gunther Steiner had so much to Drive to Survive.
I can't wait until the next Drive to Survive.
Like Lando
has a life. Let him live it.
Yeah.
And it's not good for him either, like on his mental health as well. And like since he's a big advocate about it and always talk about his, and it's just, and like the fangirls always like try to hype him up and all that, saying, "Oh, I love you, I'm here for you, I support you." You don't really.
It's I know that girl fans get a lot of hate, but some girl fans are like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
It's
But I feel like that's for like anyone in it. Like if you're a young man and you have like you're attractive and you're single and you have an like a large based like female based young girl following, that's gonna happen.
But did you see the W series crash?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. That was so bad. It's like there's like 5 cars and all that, and then like at the end that car just went straight into that car, and it's like and the car's like tipped up.
Yeah.
And she tries to get out.
Well, people are saying that corner, Eau Rouge, needs to change. And this geek, I've got screenshot, or somebody screenshot it. Cheers to at Formula Amelia on Twitter. This person's commented to Callum Ilott, "Man, I respect you, but you must respect Spa-Francorchamps track. You already seem from the Crystal generation." What the hell is a Crystal generation?
I don't.
And then Callum Ilott's replied, "Grow up, mate. Why don't you respect people's lives? So many unnecessary accidents. Cars bounce back into the track at the top of a blind curve. Don't need to change your precious corner, just change the barrier positions." And then this other guy commented, "Eau Rouge cannot be changed. Don't say BS." And then Callum Ilott, savage Callum Ilott, put, "You can shove your opinion where the sun don't shine, mate."
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be more safer. The amount of crashes that was, and that crash could have been a lot more serious. Like it was a serious crash, but like it could have affected them more, like injured. But they're lucky that not seriously injured, you know, because that's a high speed corner as well.
I was very sad because I wanted Lando to do good, and then Lando did not do good. Well, no, it wasn't his fault.
He could have done good, but crashed out.
Honestly, I still think it's so funny that he was complaining to the camera dudes, and then the other dudes then Valtteri Bottas was like, "Yo!"
Yeah, it was like awkward, like because Bottas probably heard what Lando said.
Lando, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, hopefully he does good better, like this race. I don't know, but he was like, in practice, he was like, was it P6 and P9? But
not amazing, not awful.
No, but then that's normal for him, innit? And then he'll do just well and qualifying and all that.
Honest, I hope that it's like Vettel, Charles and Pierre. I know that it probably wouldn't happen, but Pierre and Charles for Antoine, and Vettel because he deserves it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially after him being disqualified.
That's a whole new level of heartbreak.
So bad. But then he didn't really...
He was like, "I can't give you the trophy, mate, because I don't know where it is." That's just a mood, honest. I strive to be Sebastian.
Like Matt will win today. Not today, Sunday.
I want Max to win the championship.
I just want, I know you'll disagree with me, but I want Hamilton to just win one more and then he goes. Just to say that I feel like that's what he's doing. He just wants one more championship.
I'm on Team Schumacher. And my little Ferrari teddy up there is called Schumacher.
I've always been Team Hamilton. Like, I've grown up watching McLaren, my dad supporting Hamilton and all that. But I want him to do good. Like, he is a decent guy, and like he does a lot for the sport, which I respect.
I think that Roman Grosjean and Kevin Magnussen deserve justice.
Yeah, they're good drivers.
Yeah, look at K-Man.
Like, they're shoved off from Haas. Like, I get where Gunther was coming from, like new talent and all that, and money, but they were good drivers. They just had a shit car.
Yeah.
That's
well,
true.
Kevin made his debut, he got P2, which is like really good.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it's just the like now with like Mick and all that, like they're good drivers, but there's just a crappy car and like they can't. It's such a crappy car. They can't drive it properly because they get so much understeer and all that when they're going around corners, and they have to adapt a lot, and they're more likely to spin compared to another car.
Like, I don't understand downforce and the opposite to downforce or anything like that, but I think it's got like be balanced or it goes a bit crusty dusty and woo, spinning. But there doesn't seem to be like good amounts of downforce for like them.
Yeah, that's why they spin as.
I think that Mick Schumacher deserves a better seat.
Yeah, he does, because he's a good driver as well. I get him come to Haas. I feel like that's more him experiencing like F1 and how it all goes and like the car and all that. But he's a good driver. He does deserve to move up and actually show his potential and show how good he is and actually score points.
You wouldn't get like a rookie like rock up and straight into Mercedes, would you? Because like that would be expensive.
Yeah.
But like apparently Porsche and stuff coming into F1, which is like a bit strange. They should maybe run more cars.
Yeah. Or didn't they used to do more cars? Like they used to do like 22 cars or something.
Yeah, and then there was like loads of emphasis on the 107% rule because they'd run way more than the normal amount of cars. And then loads of them wouldn't qualify and they'd be like, hey, you can't race. That's a visual reference.
Have more teams, more cars.
There'd be more opportunities as well.
Yeah. Well, maybe soon they might have like a female driver. Maybe Jamie Chadwick.
Oh, Jamie Chadwick so deserves to see, honest.
She's such a good driver and it shows as well in the W Series.
Yeah. I think she's more used to like single seaters than like the Extreme E cars. Because, the Extreme E are proper chunky. Technical term. But in W Series, she's just got pole position, I think. I think she should maybe go to F3, then prove herself in F3, then go F2, then Williams sign her. Then she goes to the big guns, Mercedes.
Well, because W Series is a platform for you to get to F1, and like because it's on TV as well, and it's the same like place where F1 races, you can see like that you can get a sponsorships and all that, or like get in like into an academy because all the connections and all that. And I feel like that will be really good for her because she is, I feel like, the best driver in the W Series.
Yeah.
And the amount of like pole positions and winnings that she's got. She did do it last year, didn't she?
Yeah, she won it last year. Well, no, year before, because they couldn't run it last year.
So she's a driver.
I think Sophia Flörsch is good, like, in DTM and, like, Le Mans and stuff. But I don't know if she's, like, F1 good. Like, I don't want to sound mean, but she's so opinionated.
On different things than the W Series and all that.
Michael, Ralph, Mick now. But you wouldn't think of David, but David is quite a good driver. So
it just makes her, she makes like her comments and all her opinions just makes like a bad impression on her.
Yeah.
So and then people aren't going to support her because of the stuff that she said, like. But
yeah, look at Dan Ticktum. He got dropped from the Williams driver academy. He got dropped from Red Bull Junior driver academy thing.
What's he's going to do now then? Just be a full-time Twitch streamer?
Oh, him and Lando. That'd be quite an interesting Twitch stream, actually. Yeah. I might watch it for longer than 5 minutes.
I don't watch victims' Twitches.
No. You're normally playing like COD or something. That does not interest me.
No.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Avoid the Tyre War podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment of who you'd like to see on the podcast in the future. Bye!